people gonna give her the benefit of the doubt because, especially black men, because we viewed as predators, and we always start in a hole. We gotta climb our way out.
Were they black?
And you'd be damn near destroyed before people want to accept the truth. That's what happened to OJ.
I mean, I know that about OJ. Nobody ever understood. I mean, like, the bitch was at his house with another dude.
Worse than that. You want to know? I found out some shit about the OJ case 2 days ago that I bet y'all don't even know.
Give it to me.
Do you know who Glen Rogers is?
He lived.
Glen Rogers, better known as the cross-country killer, was Nicole Brown Simpson's handyman.
What do you mean?
He was her handyman was a serial killer. He was convicted. He killed 4 blondes. He was convicted of killing 4 blondes. That was his thing. He was from Ohio. He was her handyman, which means he was at her house a couple times a week. If y'all look it up if you think I'm bullshitting. His name is Glen Rogers, known as the cross-country killer or the Casanova killer. He was convicted of killing 4 people 4 women in 1995, and during the time of the murders, and for years before that, he was her handyman.
And they never knew.
And they never brought that shit up in the media.
Well, they painted her as a victim in the media. Like, she wasn't known as the bust down she was.
She was a bust down for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like her father was on
Hit the thumbs up button.
there crying and stuff. He never said I lost control of her. And because if she was on, I mean, like, we know why she was with OJ. OJ had paper at the time.
That one. I seen that.
His brother told the police, my brother murdered Nicole Brown Simpson. He admitted to me he murdered her, and he actually admitted to murdering her. But the narrative was already spun, and they were making so many billions of dollars selling this false narrative about OJ at the time that they weren't interested in anything but OJ slander. Then I watched some shit the other day. You gotta watch when you get to the crib, Corey. After he was found innocent, I don't know if y'all remember, OJ did a 3-hour documentary where he went over all the evidence in the case, himself, and walked you through it. Where they found it in the crib, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was weird to see him in this state because as a 41-year-old man now, I now see, all that nigga had was really his reputation. So even though he knew he didn't do it, he was still trying to salvage his reputation because he was, I would say he was naive enough to think that people wanted the truth. They didn't give a fuck about the truth. They just cared about the story. And this is weird how we thought a not guilty verdict as black people, we thought that was enough. We really should have stood by that dude's side and really fought with him after that because they tried to ruin his life. They tried to ruin his kids' lives, and it's just fucked up because I was under the assumption that he was guilty for years. You know what I'm saying? But when you really research the case, it's fucked up. We watched the nigga get railroaded, and he really didn't do this shit.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I watched that documentary. I think I'm gonna put the link in the description. I gotta find the name of it. Glen Rogers was the Casanova as the leader. I guess we already said serial killer, but yeah, he's the Casanova guy, and the Casanova, freeway. I think he had a bunch of names, but yeah, that documentary, it was on ID channel, and it basically breaks down where he told his brother that he did do it. He was actually in the area around the same time that the situation happened with Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. He was in the area. He was actually doing a little handiwork around the area. He was a drifter. He was drifting from place to place, and as he was drifting, going from place to place, he was meeting women, and he was getting rid of them. You see what I'm saying? And he happened to be in the same area as Nicole Brown Simpson. Now I don't know about them saying that if he did any handiwork for her, but he was the handy person in the area. He was the handyman that was doing work in the area for people. And he was he was a handsome looking cat, blonde hair, blue eyed. So that's like the king of white men. The blonde hair, blue eyed white man is the king of all white males. That's pure white man there. So people will let him in, oh yeah, you can come into my home and fix my roof, and not realizing this dude is a freaking, the leader professional deleter. You know what I'm saying? Serial deleter. Because they just see, oh, he's not going to do anything. And the whole time, this man is a completely... So he might have did some work for Nicole. You know, realized she lived by herself. Realized that she got money. Because he, in the documentary, he even told his brother that I've been doing some... I met that football player's wife. This is maybe... I think maybe 2 months before she expired. And he said, I just met and I've been doing, I don't know whether he said he was doing work for her, but he said that he met her. And I guess he said he was going to bleed her for everything she has, like as far as like getting her money. So, but he had already, before he got to Nicole Brown Simpson, he had already, I think, deleted 3 women in California already. One in Ontario and one in, I think, near the area, like Encino. So he was in Southern California around the time that they, you know, Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson they expired. So that's why I'm talking. I'm on YouTube, so I'm trying not to get demonetized. So that's why I'm trying to talk like that. But yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna see if I can find a link, and I'm gonna put it in the bottom of the description. Y'all can go and watch the documentary for you. I want y'all to watch it for yourself and let me know what y'all think. Check this out. One part in the documentary that they had, Nicole Brown Simpson had a pendant that she used to wear. And during that dude's trial, he actually wore the pendant on his suit that he took from the house. You see what I'm saying? And on top of this, the evidence is this. They said that it was a dog barking, right? But they were saying that I guess when the situation took place with the deletion of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, the dog didn't bark. The dogs didn't bark. And the reason why they said the dog didn't bark is because the dog, if you're doing work, if you are working on somebody's house and they have a dog, eventually the dog is going to get used to you. You see what I'm saying? So that's so the dog knew the person that was there that did this to both Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson. That's why the dog didn't bark. So that ways, because he was doing, if he's supposed to have been doing handiwork in the area and did work for her, then the dog got used to him. You see what I'm saying? So he didn't bark, you know. And plus, check this out. The viciousness of the deletions of Nicole Brown Simpson, when they said her head was almost severed from her body. This dude, his deletion spree of women, that's how he would do them. It would be very savaged. It was very savage. He would delete women very savagely. Same way that Nicole Brown Simpson passed away. So it's just too many coincidences. I think that dude Glen Rogers did do it. I believe he did do it. Anyway, watch the documentary, man. Come back and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button. Well, if you already watched it, let me know what y'all think.